All right. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the C Show. I got Kelly here, and I think she's going to tell us another unsolved mystery.
I got another fun one.
Okay.
Really fun one. This one is that I think it's in Ohio too. It's called The Whackers. Literally, what the episode's called. It's called The Whackers. It's in season 6, I believe. I don't really remember it as a kid, or it didn't scare me as a kid. But I'm pregnant and it's midnight and I'm up watching TV and it was Unsolved Mysteries, and this episode comes on with this cute little elderly couple. They're adorable. They're just absolutely adorable. And they start telling this story that is so scary that if it actually happened is just horrendous. She is recovering from heart surgery. He goes to the grocery store. They get a knock on the door. She goes and answers it. She answers it, and this guy wants to use the phone. His car is broke down. She's like, well, okay, sure. She leaves him in the living room. She walks into the kitchen. She thinks he's left. She comes out and gets hit right over the top of the head. He attacks her. So she wakes up on the floor, tied up. House is ransacked. They've taken like a gun, a flashlight, some tools. Very odd things, but maybe if you wanted to pawn. And then he says, in crayon, there's a message left to them, and it says cheaper, but will do. So they don't think anything about it. They think it's a one-time thing. Don't think anything about it. Over the course of I don't know, 2 years to 6 years, they get harassed. And I'm not talking a note here, a phone call here. They would get multiple phone calls at night where they would hang up, or heavy breathing and hang up. Which back in the 80s, that was a great prank call when you were a kid. that was what you did.
Yeah.
that was what you did. So maybe it was a pranker. But then they started getting notes on their porch. And then some of the items that were stolen start reappearing on the porch.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They can't figure it out. They don't know what to do. They keep getting these notes that are threatening. They're written like a someone who's using maybe their left hand when they're right-handed, something along those lines. So they're uncertain as to what's going on. So they decide that since they have an RV parked off to the side of their house, they are going to do a stakeout. And they put up lights, and they plan the stakeout for like a week from the day they put the lights out, and they're still getting notes. Even with the motion sensory lights, they're still getting notes. They can't figure it out. So they go to do a stakeout, and nothing happens. The lights don't come on. There's no notes. There's literally nothing happening. So they're on CB radios, and they said, okay, guess we're going to go ahead and just call it off because, nothing's happening, right? About the time they go to call it off, the little old man and his son-in-law come into the house. They hear the banging on the side of the house like they're used to. They run outside, the light comes on, and there's a note left on the porch that says, your lights are a joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happened then?
Well, a few weeks go by, same thing, phone calls, little notes, phone calls, little notes. They would change the number repeatedly. They always seem to get the number. Finally, the guy says, you know what? I'm not leaving my house. I've just decided I'm not leaving. I'm not going to do it. So he makes it very clear to all family, friends, anybody, because he doesn't know who it is, that the harassment can just keep on. They're not leaving. And she goes out to let the dogs out one night, And she goes to call him back in, and she is once again hit from behind.
Dadgum.
Knocked unconscious again. He goes looking for her, comes out, calls the ambulance. They come and get her. Still getting harassed. As of the date of the show, they were still getting harassed. Nobody ever figured out anything.
And that's it? And then that's how?
That's how it ended. Now, on a side note, after the series aired, and internet became a thing in the 90s, apparently the opinion was that it was the husband, that he was trying to kill her. And this was not doing a very good job of it. He died before she did. She lived 19 years longer than he did. And unsure of when it stopped, but much like the Circleville letter writer, as soon as it stopped, it quit. No one seems to know anything. Now, apparently there was a highway that was going to be going through that town. Some people speculate that maybe they wanted part of their land for the highway, and somebody was trying to get them to move. Another speculation is that it was one of their kids, and they were trying to get them to move for whatever the reason. But no, nobody ever found out. In fact, nobody ever found out. And I thought the episode, I thought I dreamt it. If you can picture this, I'm way pregnant, and this comes on. My husband is in bed, asleep. He worked the night shift, and I was so scared I jumped into bed. Oh my God, the letters, they got lights, she got hit by behind. And I never saw the episode again. That was 2001. 5 years ago, I'm fumbling through, and Lifetime had Unsolved Mysteries on, and there it was. So for the longest time, I never even saw the episode. It wasn't thought to be anything. Most people just think the old man did it.
Well, the only thing I say is, intimate domain. I would think the state would be able to come in and just take that. So there's other ones. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was another great one there. I don't know how you remember all these, but that's a lot.
Years of watching them.
Well, thanks for that one right there too, Kelly. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'll be back on soon.